Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. This video is a tutorial where I'm going to explain step by step how TopWorksheet works and how to make an interactive worksheet from scratch using all of the tools that the platform has. Everyone agrees that TopWorksheet is very easy to use and very intuitive, and now you are going to see why. For those who don't know, it's a platform created specifically for teachers that lets you create interactive worksheets for students. Let's get started! We have to go to topworksheet.com and this would be the home page. If we go down a bit, here you have a brief explanation on how it works, and up here we can always change the language. Okay, so the first thing you have to do if you don't have an account is register. You just have to fill in this information and accept. The next thing will be to verify the account through email and everything will be ready. In my case, I already have an account and I just have to enter. And now yes, we are going to make a worksheet. We click here and the first thing they ask us is if we are going to create it from a blank page or if we already have an image as a page background. I'm choosing the second and uploading my image from the computer. Now we are in the editor, but first I am going to add a few more pages because I want to show you all the tools, and with just one page I don't have enough. As you can see, the process is the same. So this is already uploaded. If you click here, you can always change the page order, okay? Okay, so we start with the answer. With this tool, the student will have to respond the question that is being asked. You have to click and drag to make a box, in this case, in this blank space. Now, here in the left, we just have to write the right answer. Again, we make a box, and in this case, we write cold. The same with the third one. This is not the case, but if you have more than one valid answer, you just have to click on the more button and add another. By default, the score of each question is 1, but we can always change it here, if we want some of them to have more weight than others. The next tool is the selector, used to choose one answer among others. For example, in this exercise, the student have 4 options and will have to choose the correct one in each drawing. We write in this part the 4 possible answers and mark the corresponding one. As the options will be the same for the rest of the drawings, if we copy and paste the box, we don't have to write the same 4 times. And here we just have to change this by checking the one that is correct. This symbol is for previewing, is how the student will see the worksheet. Look how interactive this exercise has turned out. The third tool I'm going to show you is the join, created to match concept with answers or image like in this exercise. So we make a box in the first definition and make another in the right image. As you can see, they are automatically joined, and the same with the following ones. It's really easy to use and very popular between the students. So we have already finished the first page and we move on to the next one, where in the first exercise we are going to use the multiple choice tool. With this one, the students will be able to check different options for the same question. For example, here they have to indicate if it's true or false. We make 2 tiny boxes and mark the valid one. For the next one, the same, but very important, you have to change here the identifier, because if not, it wouldn't count as a new question. The different color will always help us to don't forget it. And the same process with the others, marking, in each case, if the statement is true or false. For the next question, we have the famous drag and drop, one of the most popular tools among users of the platform. The exercise consists in dragging the products with their animals, so we make a box, leave this marking in drag, and make a second box where they have to drop the eggs. Checking here the drop. The same with the honey. We leave the drag, make a box, and mark the drop. As you can see, it's quite simple, and the only thing that you have to take into account are the drag and drop markers in each pair of questions. If we go to the preview, see how the worksheet have turned out. Very enjoyable and fun for the students. The next one is the word search. We don't have a background here, but we don't need it because TopWorksheet is going to generate it. With the tool selected, we create a large box and we write here the number of rows and columns. We can also choose the color of the cells. We click on generate and here we can change the configuration. For example, I am going to mark this option so that there are words horizontally and also vertically. And here below, in this part, I am going to write down the 4 words that the students have to search. We click here and look the result. You have already seen that it's very easy to do, and it's an activity that the students really like. Well, the second worksheet is also finished, and we go to the third one. Here the first activity is drawing, so we click in the next tool and make a big box. And that's all. Look at the preview how the student will have total freedom to draw what is requested. The next exercise is asking to answer orally, so we click on the voice answer, which is the one we need. Since there are 3 questions, I am going to make 3 boxes, 1 for each. That will be enough. The student will only have to press here, answer and finish. Very simple for the teacher when creating it and for them when responding. TopWorksheet in general is a very intuitive platform. And with the third question, just like the previous one but with image. This time 3 images of things they will take on a trip. The children will only have to upload them from the device they are using. As you can see, we have reached the end of the answers tools and we move on to the text section. The first one is used to write any informative text with which the student cannot interact. For example, I am going to leave a message wishing them luck. I create a box of the size I want and on this side I write it down. In the top bar you can always change the style of the message. The next one is the formula tool to make mathematical worksheets for your students. You can choose between all these symbols. I am going to choose the square root of 9. Here we can change the size. The same with the second one. We click and write the number. We will have to complete the activity with the answer. The last one is the link, used to provide additional information to a worksheet. It can be a link to any external page, blogs or whatever. I have searched for a blog with square roots examples and I copy the link. I paste it and here below I am going to write what I would like to appear. For example, click here to know more about square roots. The student, just by clicking, would access directly to the page, a tool that makes any worksheet much more enjoyable and that can be very useful. We go back to the editor and we open the last section. As you can see, the first tool is the option to add an image to illustrate the pages. For example, I am going to take advantage of this tab here, create a box and upload a file from my computer. You see that it's very easy and now the worksheet is more attractive. For the second question, we need the second tool to add a video. So we make a large box, copy the link from YouTube and paste it here. Automatically the video will be linked to the worksheet. To finish the activity, again we need the answer tool. Notice that I leave it blank because it's an open question and the automatic correction will be deactivated. If we preview it, the student will be able to see the video directly from TopWorksheets. And for the last question, we need the audio. Look how many ways to upload an audio we have. For me, the best one is this option, to record my voice directly from the editor. So I click, record for example a square root of 81 and finish it. The audio is now uploaded. Same process with the next one. We create the box and record the audio. Once again, this activity will have to be completed with another tool, in this case the draw option. If we preview, all of the worksheet will be finished and ready for our students to complete them. Getting back, the last one left is the figure, usually used to illustrate blank pages. They are really easy to create and we can change their color, duplicate them or whatever. In the settings we can find the total score of the worksheet, the number of questions, and set up fonts, sizes or colors by default. In this part you can change the worksheet correction rules, for example if you want the automatic grading to ignore accents and punctuation. Once we have everything done, we put a title and save. This panel will show up and we have to complete it. We choose the type we want them to be, public in this case. Here we select language, subject and topic. And here below we classify it according to country, educational level and grade age. Now the worksheet will be complete and ready for the students. Look how many options to share with them, but for all this there is already a tutorial in our channel. From the Top Worksheet team, we hope that you like the video, that it has been very useful to you, and if you have any question, just leave a comment. See you in the next video!